So you just going straight to demonetization.
It's a remix.
Huh?
It's a remix.
Still not ours.
Hey, Zuri. Oh. I said
What?
Zuri and Siri came on.
Siri came on when you
Just
said
intrusive.
Zuri.
It's intrusive.
Big brother's always listening.
We back. We back. I feel like it's been a long time, but it hasn't been. Why do I feel like it's been forever?
I don't know.
I feel like it's been a long time since we've been in the studio when I was here last weekend to celebrate my birthday. Shout out to me and my birthday celebrations. Oscar wasn't a part of that one. But he was a part of the first one. I see you, baby. Yeah, put that smile on. I see you. All right. We getting into it today. I feel like we shooting from the hip today.
What?
I feel like we shooting from the hip today.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I feel like we just shooting from the hip. I feel like today should be fun, but it's probably not going to be.
What?
I don't know. And why my level so low on my mic? Would you turn my mic down?
Yes. Because
Why
you
you turn
be
my
yelling
mic
at it all the time.
No, I don't. See, then
Yes,
I got to
you
go
do.
back and edit that in post, and that's why my volume be down. See,
Your volume don't never be
you
down.
be doing
Your volume don't never be
doing
down.
shit on here, and I
Your
be
volume
wondering
don't
why,
never.
like when I turn it up, everything's just sound crazy, but me.
Your volume don't never be down.
Do you edit this?
I don't
didn't
have
think
to.
so.
I know
I didn't
because
think so.
I watch your levels.
I didn't
I
think
watch
so.
your
I didn't think
levels
so. I mean,
peak all the time,
so who does the post again?
bruh.
Who does the post?
Don't matter. I
Is
know
it
what's
me
going
or
on.
is it me
I
or
know
is
what's
it
going
Oscar?
on. I know what's going on.
Is it me or no? I'm Jackson.
I know what's going on.
Who does the post?
Doesn't matter.
Who does the post?
I know what's going on.
Right, so I told y'all it's not gonna be fun today. Hey, shout out to the weekend. I can't even hear myself in the headphones right now. Hello. Hello.
Hello, hi.
Audio man, what's up?
What's up?
What's going on?
Nothing.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Tell that nigga something.
What?
Tell him something, baby. Shout out to Zuri in the building. You feel me?
Ain't nobody
How was your week?
want me better.
How was your week?
It was interesting.
Why so?
Just life events happening and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, life events is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will say one thing.
What?
We met some family from the other side of the family that we didn't know
Yeah.
we had.
It was. I don't know if it was the other side. Well, some from the other side and some from the same side.
What you mean by that?
From Pawpaw's side.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, that's what I meant. Like
They ain't the other side.
that is the other side.
How's it the other side?
That's not our side of Pawpaw. That's their side of Pawpaw.
It's still Pawpaw, so it's still the same side.
It's still the same side, but not the same side. Nigga, it's not the same woman. It's not the same side. That's their side of the family.
No, but if Pawpaw's the person we all related to, not the other side.
You ever? I have half brothers, and
Right.
they have brothers on their mother's side of the family.
Right.
Just because we have the same father, that's their side of the family.
Right.
So you don't get the correlation. With they're not Grandma Bobby's side of the family.
Well, but when I think about Grandma Bobby's
Oh,
side of
Jesus
the family,
Christ.
I think about the people that don't share any Pawpaw's blood. That would be the other side of the family to me.
How?
What you mean how?
How?
Because
How does that even make sense?
how does what you saying make sense?
Because there's two different women in the whole family.
But the women in this situation have nothing to do with it. It's not the other side because it's like
Yes,
when I say the other side of my
your
family,
mic is really loud and my mic is
What?
not. See, this is what I'm talking about when I have to go back in the post.
because normally it'd be my mic that's not loud.
Well,
So don't,
you need to
don't
turn
start.
your mic up and get on my level. Don't turn me down to your level. Man, niggas. I always want to bring you down when you up.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Is that
Always want to bring you down when you up.
Is that better? Is that better, sir?
You know that was coming. It's not better.
What does it mean?
It's not.
I'm not as loud now.
It's not better. Why don't you just turn both volumes up and then let me turn the volumes down?
Because you don't want to clip. Clipping is bad.
Yeah, and when I have to turn it up, that's when I clip.
You don't know. You should just stack the levels. If you just stack them, they won't clip.
All right. Anyways, how is that not the other side?
Because so when I think of other side of the family, I think of
You said it. It still don't make sense.
I mean, yours don't make sense either.
How does it not make sense?
Because we got the same grandfather.
But we have different grandmothers.
But it's still not the other side of the family. Like it's the same side. Like
of the other side of the family.
No, like
nigga, what are we talking about?
What are you talking about? Because when I think of other side of the family, I think of my mom's side and my dad's side. Those are two distinctly different sides.
And your dad has more kids than your mother, right?
Right.
So that would be his side of the family, and then your mother's side of the family.
Right, but I don't.
Paw, Grandma Bobby, Paw.
No, but that's not the other side because it's Paw. It's still Paw. It's not the other side of the family. There's not two sides in this situation.
All right, see, we got people listening. I don't want to keep them going on what side of the family. Nigga,
look, you brought it up.
We got family that we have never met, and we met them.
Why didn't you just say that in the first place?
You
should have just said it in the first place.
I did.
No, that's just two different statements.
See, I did not tell y'all this pod wasn't gonna be fun. Didn't I tell y'all that? I felt the energy coming in. He was sitting here in the dark listening to 50 Cent. Shades is there, the TV off, the stuff thrown everywhere. I said, this nigga, man. Anyways, see, I know how our week went. Anything else you want to say about your week? That was it?
That's it.
Can I say something?
Sure.
About the funeral?
Go ahead.
You had a great speech.
Why?
It was a really put together. It was really. I almost teared up, and I don't do that.
It was straight off the dome.
I don't do that. You came in hot and you left hotter. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to that. Cause
what does that even mean? Like everybody kept saying it was a great speech, but I'm like, I was just.
Yeah, it was a great speech, and I really wish my grandma didn't go up after. I really wish she didn't. Shout out to my grandma, because it was one of the mic drops, and now we got to move forward with the process. We got to move forward with the process, because nobody, either that or you should have went last.
Look, I just wanted to make sure I had enough time, because someone had tried to cut me off. There would have been problems.
Absolutely. Understood.
Because that's what I said when I first got up there. I was like, yeah, I normally follow rules, but today.
That was the first thing you said. And I was like, here we go.
And nobody better cut me off. And everybody else got to shorten their speeches.
And I was in the back like, oh, here we go. But everything was so well put together. It was like a story. And yeah, I appreciate that.
Maybe we should just release my speech onto You Good Digital.
Nah. Hell nah. I mean, you could if you want. That's something you want. Is that something you want to do? You could do.
Well, because there's nothing private or personal in there, right? It was just all. I mean, they were just anecdotes about my sister. You could really, you can't necessarily replace her name with anybody's name, but
yeah, the situation. I get what you're saying.
There was nothing like personal, like, oh, I know this about him now, and I could hack into his bank accounts. There's nothing personal like that in there,
right? The one thing I got from the funeral as well is cousin time. I feel like we got to implement that in real life.
I think we already do that.
I feel like we should do that. We should do that more often now because of the situation, the circumstance, and what it means to everybody else now. Because of Jessica.
I mean, yes.
I feel like
if you want to do cousin time,
we do cousin time. I'm talking
more
about
like
everybody else.
Yeah.
I feel like, nigga, we I can't. I'm sick of your ass now at this point.
Oh yeah,
we do a lot of cousin time.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about for everybody else. So what's going on with you? Let's introduce a topic, because she about to go off. Can I play a video?
Yes.
Wait. I didn't even do the intro. Look at us. What's going on today? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Long Live Moshi, aka King Moshi, aka God Dollar Sign on here, my cousin
Oscar.
and we are back at it with another You Good digital video podcast. You dig what I'm talking about? We didn't release a podcast. We skipped a week because of
The funeral.
Yeah, I felt like it was just a lot going on, bro. I didn't feel like it was a time. I don't know why I didn't feel like it was a time. No, you felt okay.
I still recorded them. I was ready.
You did. I'm gonna play a video, right?
Okay.
All right, here we go. We'll get straight into it.
Years ago with nickels and dimes and no education, and come here and pool their little nickels and dimes and set up little stores, develop these stores into larger stores, develop this into an industry which creates job opportunities for whites. And today the black man, according to the government economist, has spending power of $20 billion per year. We feel that with the black man spending $20 billion a year, not setting up any businesses, not creating any industry, not creating any job opportunities for his own kind, he's not in a moral position to point the finger today at the white man and tell the white man that he's discriminating against him for not giving him a job in factories that he himself set up. If the black man has $20 billion, and these so-called Negro leaders are such geniuses that they can integrate white restaurants and integrate white factories and force themselves into that which the white man has set up, they should use this same ingenuity to show the black people how to pool our wealth and set up something of our own. If white immigrants can come to this country,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. What?
You sent it. What you think?
I sent that to you.
You sent this to me.
I was wondering if I sent that to you. Or not.
Go ahead, because you know what I'm about to say.
What?
Go ahead.
You agree with that? I would feel like that's
Yeah.
You agree with?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no, that's what I was thinking. I
Oh,
was
okay.
like, I wasn't against it at all.
Expound.
No, I just thought it was a very interesting take on black people.
Why you say that?
Because it just really states something that could be beneficial for us to do, but also it calls out a lot of the black leaders today,
Absolutely.
right? And what I think is interesting, I don't know who said it or somebody was saying, if you a black, it was a comedian who said it. They're like, if you a black leader and you still alive, that means you ain't doing nothing for black people.
Damn. So you mean to tell me I can't do nothing good alive? I gotta go out with the fight.
Well, I mean, they took out MLK.
Yeah.
They took out Malcolm.
Yeah.
They took out Tupac.
Yeah. This nigga did not just. I know you just didn't throw Tupac in there with Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. I know. Are we gonna just skip past that? I know.
You just gonna skip past
I'm
that?
gonna skip past that like you didn't do that. Okay, I actually 100% agree. There's nothing there that I disagree with because you know my stance on taking the victim mentality away from black people and just going with the idea of we need to do for ourselves. That's how I've always been. That's how I'm gonna be. That's how I've always been. Not saying that white people can't help. Not saying that anybody else can't help. Not saying that, but I just look at it as how I look at myself. Nobody is accountable for me and my mistakes and what I go through, so I have to be accountable for that. And in order for me to progress, I have to look at what I'm doing wrong and make adjustments. Even with the world, like everything I do is not going to go. It's not going to be 100%, not 100%, but it's not going to go accordingly. There's going to be some hiccups in the road. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to step back and be like, what can I do better next time?
Right.
Whether or not, or what can I do, not even better. Because of this, what can I do different next time?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's how I look at it. Not her in the background. So yeah, if you hear Zuri in the background, she's watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. You dig what I'm saying? I'm on daddy daycare always when I get off work. So again, I think we.
No, this is one of the few times on a black topic that we actually agree.
That's crazy.
What?
This idea on the internet of mansplaining. Let me mansplain for you about mansplaining really quick. If a man believes somebody else is worthy of his time, a man will sit and will explain the problem and the solution to them in detail. Mm-hmm. We expect the other man to say, hey, I know that part, skip ahead. Hey, I already know this price, skip ahead for me.
Yeah.
Women will never do that. Mm-hmm. So they will sit through the entire lecture from start to finish, and the man will say, well, I guess she didn't know any of that. But he will say, I invested all that time giving her this knowledge, giving her this information. She must love it. And women are sitting there saying, I would only have explained it that way to a child. He must think I am a child. But most men who explain in that depth are trying to give you love and connection. And most women are spitting back in their faces because they have no idea why he's spending the time doing this. It's because he likes you.
I've been there.
What the hell does that mean?
What?
Shout out to him. But what the hell does mansplaining mean? I didn't understand that. I listened to it a couple times and I was like, what's he talking about?
You've never heard the term mansplaining?
Because I talk a lot. I elaborate. So I don't know what mansplaining means. It sounds like he's cutting stuff out of what they're trying to say. Does that make sense?
So I think the clip assumes that you know what mansplaining is. So if you don't really...
Well, nigga, tell us what it is. If
Well,
you know.
from what I understand mansplaining to be...
Oh, you about to do that?
It's essentially when a dude or a man tries to explain something to a woman with the assumption she doesn't know anything about it, but she may know something about it, and just explaining stuff like she's stupid and doesn't understand. That's my understanding of what mansplaining is.
Well, sometimes you have to speak to people like that. Not even just women, but people.
Right.
Because sometimes you just want to get to the point.
Right.
Is that what it is? Is that...
No, it's more of the approach I think with mansplaining is like you're stupid and don't know, so I have to explain this to you because you're stupid and don't know. And in a lot of situations the person may know already. And so what he's saying is
That's a form of love? That's kind of what... Is that what he's saying?
no, he's saying I think what he was trying to say is when two men are talking and if one
Woman needs to shut the fuck up. When two men are talking, women need to shut their motherfucking mouths.
Troll, Liv, Mosey.
Hey, shout out to everybody who just listened to that and got triggered. Because I know. As soon as they hear that part, they're going to be like, see this.
Yeah.
Shout out to the triggered. Mansplaining? Manscaping?
Manscaped. Oh my god. Well, I didn't know you didn't know what mansplaining was because
I didn't.
I probably would have sent you some more background information.
you.
So the video
Like Oscar, I talk a lot. So
Right.
I'm...
has any of your women friends ever said you mansplained them?
No, because I communicate very well.
Right. Mansplaining is like when you're trying to communicate with someone and you're telling them something like they don't know, but they know, and you won't let them talk because you think you know better, and you may not actually know better than them.
Oh, then I do mansplain. Shout out to me for mansplaining. Because I be saying some shit sometimes, and I don't know what the fuck I be saying, but it be sounding good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And basically what he's saying in this clip is like, if he's talking to another man and that man knows about that, the man's going to stop him and say, I already know about that. Let's stop. And he's saying women don't do that.
got you.
But, it's funny. I sent this video to a woman. I asked her about her thoughts.
What she said?
And she was like, he's never been a woman trying to tell a man no or to cut a man off because men react. She said men sometimes react negatively to that. And she's like, I'd rather sit through a lecture
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
and not have a negative reaction from a man
That's a good point.
than cut him off and say, I know about this already.
Yeah, that is a very good point. And we back. I had to play Daddy Daycare. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I had to do.
Don't make me no difference.
So,
Yeah.
I didn't know what mansplaining was.
I think that's hilarious.
I had an idea, but I guess I was wrong. So if a man mansplains to a woman, that is a form of love?
Disrespect. Mansplaining is disrespectful. No woman I've ever ran into said mansplaining was a good thing.
Yeah, because now with you giving me the definition, I'm looking like, why would that be a form of maybe I misinterpreted
what he was trying to say in the video is that because I'm taking my time to explain it to you, that means I care about you. But
got it. That's
but-
not the case.
no, I think
not
I
the
think
case.
what he completely missed is why don't you ask the person, do you know about this?
Good question.
You know, because like even with me when I like have a friend come to me to talk about something, and they're like, I need to talk to you about something. First thing I ask them, do you want advice or am I just listening?
I do the same thing now because I said before I used to mansplain. I used to talk to people like I used to talk to people like they didn't know what I was talking about, and then even they would agree with me, and I'd be like, no, but you're not hearing me though, and I would still continue to say what I had to say. So maybe I may have not known what mansplaining was, but
You used to do it.
I used to do it
Oh yes.
a lot. Yeah. Shout out to the mansplainers. Just being disrespectful to everybody. Just like they would literally agree with it. Like we saying the same thing. I was like, no, but you don't hear me though. Like that's annoying, bro. Like, that's annoying.
Yeah, that's why he sounded ludicrous when he was like, that means I love you.
Yeah, like all right. What is the form of love?
In communication?
Yeah, like a man's version of showing love without saying I love you.
So I don't think he was completely off base.
No, I'm off that. I'm off him.
You off him?
I'm just actually.
Oh, just
whole
in
nother
general?
question. Yeah, this
Just
kind of
like-
made me think of okay. So if it's just kind of like a branch off of that. It just made me think about what is a way to communicate with a woman to like that I love you without saying I love you.
I think for me, spending time, sacrificing. Like if a man sacrifices his time or his money
Yeah,
or his effort, that means he cares
I
to an extent.
don't. I think it's more effort than
Anything?
I would say more effort than money. Even though I know what you're saying with money, but I mean we've been there where we spend some money on somebody we didn't really
Just to get
care
to the
for. Right. It was the kind of like the situation.
well, and I think that's. Let me kind of retweak my answer. When a man consistently and continuously sacrifice or gives a woman his time, money, and effort,
Which one you think is more important?
time and effort,
Which one? You got to pick one.
time, 100% time.
Huh?
Yeah, can't get that back.
I'm gonna say effort.
Why effort?
Because men don't like doing shit that they don't like really get anything back from.
Oh, with no return?
No return.
No return
Even in
on
business-
investment?
Even in business, the ROI
Yeah.
needs to be high or needs to
Yeah.
be profitable. So I'm gonna say effort. Like we don't want to put in effort and get nothing back from it.
Yeah.
I think the effort. I would lump the effort. I would lump time and money in effort.
Well, I tried to do that, and you told me I had to pick one.
Well, you said all three, and I thought it was separate. So that's why it's like pick one.
No, I think they're separate, but they're interconnected, right?
Yeah.
Like because you can't make money. Well, most people don't make money without investing time.
True.
Most people don't make money without investing
money.
effort or money.
Yeah,
like
I
so,
see-
it's
I see
like
where you
all the three are interconnected.
I see where you go.
Really, but if I had to pick just one out of them, time, because I think that's an off. Like even if I'm making money without investing time,
Mm-hmm.
my time is so valuable and gets more valuable the more money I make or the more my effort is worth to the world. So it's like if I am spending time on someone,
Right.
a commodity or something I can't get back, like to me that's the most precious form or the highest form of me showing them I love them.
Paul Austin and Tanisha Tate Austin knew it was worth at least $1.3 million based on a 2019 appraisal. But looking to borrow as the housing market heated up, Paul met a new appraiser and showed her around.
And what was the number value? You open up that piece of paper and what is it?
Oh, $998,000.
I'm gonna restart it because I don't feel like we
Less
got
than
to
a
play
million.
another clip.
Owners Paul Austin
there
and
you go.
Tanisha Tate Austin knew it was worth at least $1.3 million. But looking to borrow as the housing market heated
The
up,
hell?
Paul met a new appraiser and showed her around.
I'm gonna just play it from the end and let it play from the beginning. This ghetto.
Affecting black and brown people every.
Owners Paul Austin and Tanisha Tate Austin knew it was worth at least $1.3 million based on a 2019 appraisal. But looking to borrow as the housing market heated up, Paul met a new appraiser and showed her around.
And what was the number value? You open up that piece of paper and what is it?
Oh, $998,000.
Less than $1 million.
Less than $1 million.
Less than $1
Which means almost $400,000 less than
Yes.
the appraisal you'd gotten a year earlier.
Yes.
And so they applied for a new appraisal. But this time,
I'm going to guarantee that I'm going to get the appraisal that my house is supposed to get.
And in the United States, what is your best guarantee of getting the best rate possible?
Being white.
Being white.
so they worked to erase themselves.
It's still going.
It was, but I think you turned it off.
Away, pictures of our family.
All right, so we ain't gonna go that long on that video.
So I'm gonna summarize the video in case it didn't make sense.
I know why you sent that video, nigga. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
he knows why.
I know why you sent that
I was
video.
definitely trolling him on that one. Not even trolling, just like trying to make a point.
I know
But-
what you was doing when you sent it.
But essentially, you had a black couple in a house that got appraised for like 1.2 million. The housing market was getting good. They wanted to take out a mortgage, so they got their house appraised again. Then it got appraised for 900,000.
Yeah.
So it got appraised less than it was years before.
Right.
So they were like, "Well, we got to do this again." So they took all their anything that said that a black family lived there. They took it all out, and then they had a white person stand in for them when the appraiser came, and then they got it appraised for like 1.4 million.
Right.
And it was just so basically the video saying like, "Yo, what's going on? Why couldn't they get the appropriate appraisal the first time?"
Okay, Oscar. So why you send it? Get to the point, nigga.
Oh,
Bust it
because I was trying to illustrate to you that systemic racism is real.
And I'm glad you sent this video because this video is a perfect fucking example of what I'll be talking about. That if you know you got obstacles in front of you, you need to figure out how to get around them. Yes, it's unfair, but there's ways. And they did exactly what the fuck they were supposed to do. We're going to go get a white family to stay in this house so we can get a white price.
But
Shout out to them.
that's not the point. The point is the system is racist by
Okay.
design, right?
All right.
And so like, and what I was trying to like help you see is that
I know the system is racist. You don't have to help. You don't have to mansplain to me, nigga.
okay.
You don't have
All right.
to, you
So
don't
I
have
won't.
to mansplain to me.
I won't mansplain to you then. But so I'll ask you, why do you think it's just easy just to do that? Some people may not have
It's
a
not
white
easy.
family.
It's not easy.
All right. So
I never once said it was going to be easy. I actually said it was going to be. It might be harder.
okay.
There's going to be more obstacles, but we have to do it because in order to break the system down, you're going to have to break the system, and you're not going to break the system. That's what it's for.
Well, so you just said break the system down, and then you said you're not going to break the system.
No, in order to do that, in order to change the system, you have to break the system.
Okay.
Realistically, I don't think we'll ever break the system because it's not meant for us to break it. In order for us to create a system, we have to. In order for us to get out of that, we have to create our own system, and we have to continue to build our system and not rely on their system, who wasn't built for us in the first place, to put us in a position to quote unquote win.
Right. So how do we build the system within their system and not
We
not
can't build a
interact with
system
it?
within their system. We have to build a system within our own.
Right. I guess what I'm saying is, how do we stay in this country and build a system that's actually going to work for us?
If I had the answers, I'd have been put it in motion. That I don't have the answer to. I don't.
Okay.
I know there's ways we can probably, finesse this system to our advantage to possibly build our system, but we have to collectively think together, and I don't think we're at that point in our lives as black people either.
Nah, we're not.
Scam culture is out of this world right now. So I wouldn't trust my economic resources with anybody. There's so many scammers going to jail, from the PPP loan to the truck guru lady to the credit card. I mean, the credit bill report people to the mayor in the city of Illinois using the money to go to Vegas and fun trips. And it's just so much going on in the black community. It's like, and I know a lot of people do this as well. I'm not saying that
It's not just black.
Black people are the only ones that do it, but we're not in positions. We don't have that leisure to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Brett Favre can steal money from the school, from the city or another school and give it to his daughter's school, and nobody bat an eye because that's what the system was built on. You know what I'm saying? Those type of people. We don't have that leisure.
So, what's going on? Like, I'm not understanding who I'm sitting next to today.
What you mean?
Because I swear, and maybe I just been misunderstanding you this entire last 8 months.
You probably have. I'm always misunderstood.
Like, I was like, oh, systemic racism. We can't worry about blah, blah. I'm like, but it is a challenge that we do have to worry about. And you literally just said that, I feel like.
No, I'm not saying no.
I'm missing it. Okay.
You're getting the overall point, but the way we get into that point is not the same.
Okay.
I do believe that there's systemic racism.
Okay.
I don't believe it should be a crutch for us to be great or us to be
like. What do you mean by that? It shouldn't be a crutch for us to be great.
It shouldn't be an excuse. Like there's obstacles in every way of living. Mm-hmm. There's no clear path to any success story or whatever you deem success. There's no clear path to it. Mm-hmm. There's going to be some obstacles. This is a very big obstacle. It's not going to just happen like that. Like, it affects so many different things. So if you dwell on it, and if you think about it, and it's like, that's where your energy is going to go. I don't want to sit back and put my energy into something that I know is there and that I know my simple mind can't change unless I galvanize a whole economy, which I don't think is ready for war. And now when I say war, I mean like economic war. Mm-hmm. I don't think we're ready for that. So I don't have the mental capacity to even try. What I do is I focus on myself and then the people around me. Look, stop making that a fucking excuse. Just do it.
I guess do the switcher, man.
Oh, my bad. I was into it. I looking at you with your answer like,
yeah. I guess the just do it part is where it gets a little tricky, right?
Everything starts by you just starting.
Yeah, you got to make some action.
That was a fucking bar. Shout out to me, man. I just want to look at the camera. I just want to give myself a big shout out. Shout out to you, my brother. I love you. You're gonna do amazing things. Yeah, you see? This is what I'm talking about. The black man always want to put a black man down. The black man always want to put a black man down. I'm trying to give myself a positive message, because when I look back on this in 5 years, I'm gonna be like, I told myself so. And you can do it, my brother. Shout out to you. Shout out to God, future God. But anyways, back to this conversation. But yeah, we have the same point. We have the same ending goal, I should say.
We have the same end goal. I think,
but just the way we're literally Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. But Martin Luther King started to come over to Malcolm X side at the end, though. They don't want to tell you that, but it's all right.
I think though the thing that we disagree we are like, I wouldn't say polar opposites about, but where we're kind of on different sides of the coin is about acknowledging how that systemic racism impacts things in society.
Man, look, I get it. I acknowledge it, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not dwelling on it. That's never going to be my excuse.
Oh, I don't use that as an excuse either.
So like that's the last thing. Then the reason why I say that is because I remember we had a conversation. You said America's not as progressive as, we had that conversation. Now, America is more progressive than it was when our grandparents was growing up. It is. If we would,
If
nigga, we would have if Big Mama, Big Mama was down there, white woman, huh?
She could pass.
She could pass. Okay, Grandma Bobby was a child. She was probably drinking from a separate water fountain as a white person.
Yeah.
We have the luxury to actually sit in the same work building and do the same job as a white person,
And get paid less for
but
it.
that's not the point.
That is part of the point.
No, because now you're moving on to the next phase of it. The first phase is not even letting us work there in the first place, whether they're paying us the same or not.
Probably we would probably.
There's phases to this, like there's level. I hate saying that. There's levels to this shit, but it is. It's levels to it. Like yeah, okay, and just like we're gonna try to find ways to break down the system, they're gonna try to find ways to make it stronger. Okay, well then we can't discriminate against them because they're color, so we'll hire them but make them pay less. So that's another fight we have to go through. They're gonna keep putting these obstacles in front of us, and either you just gonna continue to knock them hoes down, or you gonna complain about them.
Do you still think politics isn't racism too?
I think politics I don't think politics are racists. I believe they have racism in it, if that makes sense. Because I believe a politician will swing whatever fucking way he has to go to get those votes.
Right.
Abraham Lincoln did it. Obama did it. Trump did it.
Oh my God. Please.
But see, you say that, but then you won't say that about all the rest of the 44 presidents before what that boy name is, the Orange Man, Trump. One of them.
All
of them, right?
They're just all
the
orange.
same. But that's my point. They're all the same. They all position their stance to a people that will support them, and then it's the people's job to go out and vote. You push come on now. Obama wasn't just getting in on the black vote alone.
Well, Obama didn't get in because yes.
Go ahead, say what you got to say.
No, I was going.
That's what I'm leaning to. Obama didn't get in just on the black vote.
Yeah, I mean,
he had to go that way. He had to lean towards that community because it's not only is it pointing at black people, it's pointing at another minority, which is the gays, the LGBTQ plus group. Yeah, no, he leaned towards them so hard.
I mean,
he leaned towards just like Trump did the necks.
What?
The necks, I call them necks.
Okay.
Rednecks.
Oh.
Yeah, I just call them.
You saw? I was like,
he was like, "What the hell's a neck?" Just like Trump did with the rednecks. Next. He pushed the Make America Great agenda, but it kind of was disguised with whole supremacy, white supremacy. But even I have people who are in my friend group who weren't white supremacists, but they understood the underlying message. He just jumped on that bandwagon of Proud Boys, Make America Great Again, and they ran with it like, oh, this is white supremacy. And you're like, well, shit, I guess, well, y'all gonna vote for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Trump has been a friend, and I'm not even a Trump supporter. Let me throw that out there. Trump has been a friend to a lot of black people in the hip hop community. Like, they made songs about Trump. Up Like Donald Trump. That song is called Up Like Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? So for him to all of a sudden be racist is crazy to me. Do I think he played into it? Yes. He did it for the votes. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Majority of America is white. He's talking to middle America.
Yes.
And middle America is a big part of America that we forget. Because we want to be in New York, Atlanta, Miami, Texas, and California. I'm just saying. Like I do, like I said, I don't believe there's racist. I believe there's racism in it.
The only reason why,
like Abraham Lincoln, like I used before.
Yeah,
he didn't free the slaves because he wanted to free the slaves. That nigga was like, I'm gonna free y'all because I
want to win the war.
Hey, if y'all want to vote, vote for me. I free y'all.
The only reason I say politics are racist is because our Constitution had that black people are 3/5 of a human being in it,
and that is for political reasons as well, and that's why I do say I agree that it has racism in it.
Well, I mean, if that's the document that our country was founded on,
because we could say, okay, then it's all racism, right? Because we can even say that for the natives who were here, they had a whole genocide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like, they had a whole genocide. Like, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
No, but
Okay, let me.
as long as
I'm not trying to mansplain. That's why.
no, you don't worry about mansplaining to me. Make it because yes, we are catering to an audience,
Right.
but we cater to the audience better when we understand each other.
Got you.
So you can mansplain to me. So he's not mansplaining to y'all. He's mansplaining to me.
Okay. So I look at moves being political when it comes to what's going to benefit the person who's making the political moves. The Trail of Tears was a political move that cost a lot of people their lives. Mm-hmm. It almost completely wiped out a whole, well, just not even just Trail of Tears, but there's more to it,
Right.
of course. It almost wiped out. I don't think it was due to just, I don't like that person. I think it had a lot to do with the political part of it. And that's why I say there's politics, there's racism in the politics. Does that make sense? Because I don't believe the hatred towards black people was just something that people grew up with. And that's just how I think. I don't believe that nobody's born with hate in their heart. That's what I mean when I say that.
Okay,
I
I
believe
could agree with
I
that.
believe that people can be brought up in hatred,
Yes.
but I don't believe a baby that doesn't know Mickey Mouse from me is
Right.
going to be like, I hate this person. That is taught. That's what I mean by when I say I don't believe that it was racism. I believe that war happened back in the day and a lot of things clashed over politics. And it became my group, your group. We go our separate ways. We take your land, you take our land. Why did you do this? It's almost like Crips and Bloods. And you could tell me if I'm wrong, but this is how I'm getting y'all into my brain on how I think about things. So it's like, I hate, quote unquote, this is me speaking, I don't like him because he got a blue flag. He don't like me because I got a red flag. But hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
I got a red flag. We don't even know the root of why we don't like each other because of the politics is so deep. From all the way back to our different parts of our areas. Somebody did this to somebody did that to somebody. Now we beefing. We've been beefing for some odd years until a big figure in my group got connected with a big figure in their group, and we all squashed the beef for a minute because they was cool. And now we beefing with those people over. It's like, it's all, to me, it's all political. And even with that, the red and blue, that's not racist because Crips and Bloods are black gangs. Mm-hmm. But there's still politics in between it. If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now. I just went on a tangent. Let me know in the comments if y'all, you know what I'm saying, if I'm making sense to y'all. But I feel like, and I'm saying this with a good heart, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm saying this in good faith that people understanding my message, and I'm not trying to say that there is no racism, there is no systemic racism or anything like that. I just believe that certain actions happen for a reason. Go ahead.
He's like, I'm tired.
I'm exhausted from that conversation.
You look.
Go ahead. But go ahead.
Should we say? Should we change topic?
No, go ahead. I want to hear what you got to say, and then we can move on.
I think politics are because of what's in our Constitution, our Declaration of Independence, or whatever. That's what makes me think politics are racist because they weren't built on fair values.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, they're racist.
Yeah,
because they weren't built fairly.
But let's just say let's just say we all had the same color skin in this world. Let's just hypothetically say that.
Right.
But a certain group of us had 6 fingers, and a certain group of us had 4 fingers, and a certain group of us had 3 fingers. There will be discrimination against that as well.
Yeah.
Because people with 5 fingers could probably do more than people with 3 fingers.
Right.
And people with 3 fingers can probably do something that people with 6 fingers can't. There's going to be some type of the separation between that. So it wouldn't be race because we would all be the same. It'd be another word for it.
Yeah.
And then they would figure out how to separate us by class of fingers.
Yeah.
You have you,
classism.
but that's when it comes down. That's what I think. How a lot of politics works is really classism. Because I don't think rich white people give a damn about the poor white people. I really don't.
I
really don't. I've never heard rich white people complain about poor white people.
Yeah.
They don't even.
That I agree with 100%.
But you get what I'm saying though. Like Donald Trump did exactly what the other white politicians didn't do, which was target that middle America. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
White folk, the average white folk, and a little bit under that. And then he politically, with his policies on the back end, was targeting the rich white folk. You ain't got to pay taxes on your business. Because you get your tax cut, we cut the taxes. Rich white people, all they want to hear is you cut taxes. They be like, shit, you got my vote. And then we'll give the middle class and lower class white people the make America great again thing.
Right.
So to me, I just feel like when you break it down, it can be racism, but again, that was taught through. But the real root of it is really just like using people for what you need to use them for. It's business. I believe slavery was business.
It absolutely was.
It turned into hate later on down the line, but I think it really came to business. So when I say business, I mean like war and all those. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Land.
I agree with that to an extent. I think.
We got to a good conversation out there.
Yeah, I think there have been white people who have been quoted to say the black man is inferior.
It could be because I'm afraid of you.
Well, for whatever reason, but again, I go back to saying politics are inherently racist because of how they were built, right? So it's like
but
it's basically just because of how they were built. Like you can't have a document that says a black person was 3/5 of a human and say politics aren't racist.
If you are winning the war, you have the right to lay the law. It's really that simple. Unfortunately, they won the war and brought us over here, or they bought us from over there. I don't know how. There's so many different stories of how we got over here. Either they bought us, the black people over there sold us, they took us, whatever.
I think all that's true.
I believe all is all true. A lot of it is what built us, brought us here. But they got here. They did what they did to the natives. They did what they did to the I want to say the Latins or Hispanics, because I just read something, or somebody just told me about, I guess, I don't know, that's a whole other history lesson. Correct me if I'm wrong, the Latins or Hispanics, the Mexicans, I'll just say.
Just natives, just say natives. People who are already here.
People who are already here, not Native Americans, and then
I wouldn't even say Native Americans, because it only became
educate
America.
Educate me.
It's only America because of who came.
Right.
They call it America.
Right.
So I just
let's just say the natives, whoever was here,
land.
Whoever was here on this land, whether it was Native Americans, which we refer to as quote unquote, we don't refer to them as that, but what they used to refer to them as the Indians, because Christopher Columbus was an idiot, thought he was in India. The natives, they did what they did to them, brought us over here. So that is a part of politics. You know what I'm saying? Like, move them out, bring them here, have these people build around ours while we're fighting with these people and pushing them out because we have bigger guns. You know what I'm saying? And have them build up what we have, and then have these people go fight them as well. Like, it's political. It's all politics. And does it have racism in it? Yes. If we remove racism, it'll be fingerism. Like I said, pause. I don't know if that sounded weird or not, but it'd be fingerisms. Like the people with the most fingers, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I look at this whole conversation as a win because I got you to admit that systemic racism is real. So
I never denied it, Oscar.
It sounded like you were denying it.
I didn't deny it. What I would say is, I would just say that why waste all of this time thinking about what the white man did instead of focusing our time on what the black man is going to do. That's another fucking bar. God, I should be a politician. I'm not responsible, or don't. 2024, King Mosi, aka God Dog Sign. I just rather focus my energy on something that we can do other than focusing on what the fuck they doing.
I mean, we are doing that on this podcast and with this.
Was it? Well, I think you showed it to me. He was like, "What does white people? Why does white people?" I think we played it on this podcast.
Oh, I'm sure we did.
Why does white people always? The white dude was like, "Why do black people always focus on us? We don't be worried about y'all."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to worry about us and stop worrying about them. Fuck what they doing. I love them. Shout out to the white folk. I love them. You know what I'm saying? I got white family members. Not blood. Yeah, we do. We have white family members that are blood.
I'm sure we do.
We do.
it's
And even the
in there
ones that are
somewhere.
not blood and the ones that I grew up with, the ones that's been in my hood with me, that like, I don't got no problem with nobody. I'm not racist, sexist, prejudiced.
You ain't got none of the isms.
I'm not homophobic. I'm not none of the obics. I'm not none of that. I do.
You just pronoun phobic.
I do make jokes about everybody. So that might get misconstrued with, oh, he ain't. I don't hate nobody, bro. Everybody can get this. Anybody can get this work. I make jokes about everybody. Nobody's exempt. And that is the whole point of being equal. If I make fun of this group, I'm going to make fun of that group. I make fun of me. I make fun of my cousin.
He does.
Make fun of everybody. Nobody's exempt. I make fun of my own baby girl over there. Big head ass. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can, like, I'm an equal opportunist. So I don't got time for none of that. But anyways.
All right. What's the name of the segment? Knockoffs or not?
Knockoffs or not? Yeah. Knockoff. Hold on. Yeah. Wait, put him up. I'm going to just have to zoom in. Knockoffs not. Nah, all right. Too much time on the camera. Knockoffs or not.
Has anybody ever? No one's responded.
Nobody's responded. I haven't clipped it up yet, but I will. I'm gonna clip them all up.
But do you think people will respond to that?
I think it will. I think it'll be something funny. I think it'll be funny. Like they'll be like, this nigga really trying to. Hey, why not? Let's get into one more shit. Let's get into. You want to talk about it?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's about to pull up.
Is that somebody knocking at the door?
I don't know. Hold on, he's checking the door, guys. I don't know. Is it? You see somebody?
Nah, that nigga tall. I see him.
We should get a doorbell.
Yeah, so we could be ping bong.
No, it was a ring on our phone.
So daycare workers busted for allegedly running a child fighting ring.
Oh my God. Did you send that to me, or did I?
Shout out to them.
Or did I just see it on my
No, I sent
timeline?
it to you.
You sent it to me?
It was just funny to me because I was picking my daughter up from daycare, and I was like, if she was out here knocking babies out, I gotta put 20 on it. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta put 20 on it.
Please stop.
I gotta.
Please stop.
Please stop. All right. I stop.
No, I mean you could continue.
Oh, okay,
but
okay.
You sound crazy.
I'm joking, but that's
Mostly.
It's like I depend on how serious it is. Even okay, that's serious.
It's just serious.
It's serious.
Because you're encouraging kids to be violent.
But how violent can a kid really get with that little pop? Okay, depending on the age. Let me say.
I mean,
depending on the
if it's
age.
two 2-year-olds and one hit the other one, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
If they the same age, it's gonna hurt.
But I feel like I've fought with Manuel growing up, and it was what it is. My dad used to make us fight, so it was like not make us fight, but it's like if me and Manuel fought, we was fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, we're kids, we cousins, we
Right.
fighting. But I get it. But a fighting
ring, that means like
it is crazy.
That's crazy as hell.
insane.
Like,
and I ain't gonna lie, I'll be pissed if I walk in and I see my daughter fighting another 1-year-old or 6-month-old baby. I'll be pissed off, really pissed off. All right, you ready for the speaking of fighting?
Also
39-page request for.
Also what?
Oh no, I was saying I'm testing out something new with the mics.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. It's a little bit. It's not as.
Oh, today?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I figured some stuff out.
Okay, do your job, then.
Continue with the video. It's about to play.
Request for domestic violence restraining order that. I just read through the entire 39-page request for domestic violence restraining order that Keke Palmer filed against Darius Jackson, and it is disturbing. And I'm going to go through some of the most disturbing parts. So, trigger warning, it's going to not only include some very graphic descriptions, but she also included some pictures with it that I'm going to show. And not because I'm being salacious, but because I've been in this exact position that Keke has been in. And I know the most important thing is for people to share the truth. Now, in this request and in Keke's declaration, she lists multiple incidents of abuse, the most recent listed as November 5th, 2023, and she lists her mother, Sharon, and sister, Laurencia, as witnesses. In the description of the abuse, Keke writes there were many instances of physical violence, including striking and grabbing her around the neck, destroying her personal property, including diaries and prescription glasses, throwing her belongings into the street, throwing her car keys to prevent her from driving away, hitting her in front of her son, spewing profanities about her in front of her son, threatening to unalive himself with a pew-pew, and she says there was other physical and emotional abuse. And in the order, she requests sole legal and physical custody of their son. Now, in the declaration, Keke writes what happened that day of November 5th. According to her, she says she was in her bedroom talking on the phone with her mom when Darius, out of nowhere, burst into the bedroom. She told him to leave. She said she was going to call the police. She said he started to walk downstairs as if he was going to leave, but then sits on the couch. She told him to leave, but then she writes, at that point, he lunged at me, grabbing at my neck, knocked me backwards over the couch, stole my phone out of my hands, and then ran out of the house. This was all captured by my home security cameras. And in her exhibit, she includes stills from the security camera footage. These are close-ups of some of those stills.
Woo! So
that's why I said I ain't put no blame. I put no blame on Keke. You feel me?
Stuff is starting to make more and more sense.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It absolutely is, my brother. So go ahead. What you got to say, Cuddy?
I was like, okay, no wonder she was on stage flirting with Usher so hard. She wanted a real relationship.
Look, let me ask you this. Do you think that was an attempt to let people know that this relationship was kind of over?
Okay. I don't know. Maybe it was a way out, a public way out. I don't know. I don't know. Cause it started out with the Usher thing, right? And then it goes to the video she made with Usher, right? The comments about him and all that. And I'm just like, man, this just went like wildfire so quickly.
Right.
And hearing that is like, oh, stuff starts making a little bit more sense, right?
Yeah.
Like that was that could have been an act of defiance for her by doing that.
That's what I mean when I say I think when she did that, the relationship was over.
Yeah.
In her mind.
Yeah.
It might not have been like a big breakup yet, but in her mind, she knew I believe she knew 100% what she was doing.
Possibly.
She was probably preparing to leave him. She was like, I'm stepping out. I'm looking how I'm supposed to, you know what I'm saying? I'm being defiant, I guess you could say. And his response told me everything that I needed to know. Because remember when I came here and I said, if that was your woman, you'd be championing her no matter, you know what I'm saying? His response let me know that this could have been what it was.
Yeah.
And sure enough.
Right.
I didn't want to say it because you don't want to put that on nobody's chest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I know evidence, you don't want to be like, oh, he's a
right.
Whether you know what I'm saying, you got to wait until unfortunately
the facts
you have to
come
wait
out.
until the facts come out in this case, and I did. And this is what I thought it was, and that's why if you go back to the episode, I champion her so much.
She was looking good in that dress.
She was looking good because mind you, Keke never wears anything like that.
I don't follow her like that, but I believe you. I
worked with Keke, and she is exactly who she is on camera. She's a kind, sweet. Like I remember, at the time I was just coming up in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's up? What's up with you? You know what I'm saying? How you been? Like she's really like that. You know what I'm saying? Like she remember you. If you know what I'm saying, y'all got a good rapport. She remember you no matter who you are in the industry.
Right.
So me knowing that, and how she is,
Mm-hmm.
and then what happened, I was like, okay, it might be something on. Either I knew they were breaking up. Let's just say that. I
Okay.
may not have known anything physical was going on
Right.
just yet,
But you knew it was
I
over.
Something was going on in the turmoil. You know what I'm saying? Or there's turmoil in that relationship.
Right.
So
Interesting.
yeah.
I was floored. Like, that type of behavior just makes no sense to me.
Look,
Like, his behavior makes no sense to me.
as a man, I don't actually care what age you are.
Right.
Putting your hands on a woman is never okay. I will say, unless your life or somebody else's life around you is in danger.
I get behind that.
Because if she has a weapon, you might need to actually put some force behind it.
Yeah.
But as far as this case,
In this scenario, never okay.
Never in a relationship where your life is not in danger. You just upset, you bitching, or whatever the case may be, or you acting like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's never, or you mad at her for what she doing or this and that. Like, it's never okay to actually put your hands on a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not okay.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Unless, like I said, your life is in danger. Then that's a whole nother topic. Let me see. Hello, my brother. Are you at the gate? Yeah, Union Park. All right, the gate password is C175.
Oh, I guess you could cut it out.
I'm gonna edit this out. Yeah, C175. And then we on the second floor, building 250. Yep. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna edit this out. We're gonna wrap it up here.
Okay. We got enough. As long as we got 30 minutes, we good.
All right. But yeah, I don't think in no way putting your hands on a woman is
It's never okay.
it's never okay, like I said, unless your life is in danger or somebody's life is in danger. You know what I'm saying? So what?
Forgot to bring some equipment. We'll continue.
Anyways. So I guess, you know what I'm saying? You got anything else to say about that?
Nah.
Oh God. Hey. we're actually gonna do a video with this. But shout out to the sponsor. You hear me? You dig what I'm talking about? I gotta show you what this is, cousin.
Yeah.
I gotta show you what this is. I'm gonna show you offline first.
Yes.
It's gonna be here. Shout out to the sponsor. You hear me? You dig? My boy Holly, Guy Holly. You dig what I'm talking about? You already know what it is. But yeah, you got anything else to say?
No, I'm good.
All right, it's your boy Long Live Moses, aka God Sign. I'm here with my cousin
Oscar.
and we out. Another You Good Digital episode.